So what we're going to do in this video is take a look at actually evaluating the central tendency measures, the mean, the median, and mode of a data set. And what we have is the data set is a group of 6th grade students who took a spelling test, and we have their percentage scores out of 100 in front of us here. And what we want to do is find the central tendency measures of mean, median, and mode, and see which one would most fairly represent how the class did. So starting with the mean or the average or X bar, we are going to add up all of the values, all 10 scores. I'm not going to write all of this out. I'm just going to add up what we have here and divide by the number of students or the number of data points that we have in this data set. And that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 students. We add up these, we get 756 divided by 10. The average, the mean, is 75.6. Now, let's take a look at the median or the middle term right below it, the second central tendency measure that we have. So we have all of the test scores lined up from least to greatest. 33 was my lowest score, 90 was my highest score, and what I'm going to do to get my median is to physically work my way to the center of the data. So 33 and 90, my highest and lowest, are eliminated. Second highest, second lowest are eliminated. Third highest, third lowest. Fourth highest, fourth lowest, and you can see we're right here in the center of the data. Now, since we have an even number of data points, we're not going to have one median that is in the middle of the data. We have two. So what we're going to do with those two values are average these two together, or pick the value that's in the middle of 82 and 83. So I average those out, and that would be an 82.5. So my median is an 82.5, the value that's between 82 and 83. Now the third central tendency we're going to talk about is the mode, the most frequent data point, and you can see that 90 occurred 3 times. So 90 would be my most frequent data point, or my mode, and I only had one mode for this data set. Now the most fair representative of the central tendency, if I had to report this data set of how the class did with the central tendencies to my boss, for example, I would say, well, the mean is a 75.6, the average is a little low, because I had one student that had a 33, that's the outlier that pulled the mean or the average a little bit down. I would go with this 82.5 as my central tendency measure, the median, because the outlier at 33 was neutralized. That would probably be my most fair central tendency measure. The mode, yeah, 3 students got a 90, 7 did not, and all of the rest of the scores were below a 90. I'd go with the median as my most fair central tendency representative for this data set.